So, good evening. Happy Sunday. I hope all is well. I hope you're rested. I hope you had a blessing Sunday. Hope you are spoon fed of your worship if you had worship day or just, cook dinner, spend time with your family during these strange and unusual times. But I am going to bring these quick updates for the numbers of coronavirus updates for the United States only. And so there we have it. Globally, we sit at 25,132,320 cases of COVID-19, with the global death toll at 845,073. Now, with the number of cases, we are probably at 6,000, but according to the Johns Hopkins website, it's 5,994,855. But it is pretty much 6 million, so that's where we are. The death toll here is 183,047. Here at home, I'm only focusing at home, according to the New York Times COVID map. California has 706,422. Texas has 636,547. Florida has 621,578. New York State has 438,831. Georgia has 252,813. Illinois had 235,779. Arizona has 201,000. And 201,695. New Jersey's at 193,391. North Carolina's at 166,510. Tennessee rounds out that top 10 with 150,249. Jamila, if you just came in, New York has 438,831 cases. And some of our upticks due to reopening, but at a partial rate. Let's see, there's some other states I want to touch on, like Massachusetts has 128,229. Alabama moved up to 125,235, and their cases is rising. Virginia has 119,747. South Carolina has 118,324. Michigan has 112,598. Maryland has 108,286. Indiana, which is Pence's home state, is 95,394. Missouri has 85,076. So these are states that are seeing pretty much rising cases of COVID-19. As I said, I'm not shocked if California reaches 1 million cases, because there are 40 million people. They are the largest state. They're larger than New York. New York has 19 million, and what makes up part of that 19 million is about 9 million New Yorkers, New York City residents here. So that's what makes that up. The counties here, Los Angeles had the highest. Los Angeles has 240,749. Miami-Dade County, 156,000. Maricopa, 133,000. Cook County, 126,000. Harris County, 105,000. And Broadwood is 70,000. So all these places have surpassed Queens. New York. Queens is at about 69,000. So, I'm not shocked. As you know, I said yesterday, in only 10 states out of the 50 states, well, they said 57 like territories and stuff like that, but out of the actual states, only 10 states meet the target testing. 5 states are near it, while 35 other states are far below. So the 35 states includes California, Oregon, Hawaii, Georgia, South Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Florida, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri. The list goes on and on. Basically, the Midwest, the Southeast, the West, and parts of the Mid-Atlantic going towards the Northeast. up into Pennsylvania. Everywhere else mostly meets their requirements, which is probably mostly the Northeast, except Rhode Island is the only Northeastern state so far that is near their testing target. So when we talk about, getting tested and making sure to avoid testing, keep your distance, this is serious because flu season is about to happen. Cold season is about to happen. And there's a possibility, which I think it's happening, because if you study the Spanish flu of 1918, that pandemic lasts for 2 years. Not sure how long this pandemic will last. If this leadership, depending on November's election, if this leadership seeks re-election, wins re-election, or gets fired in November and has to leave by January. That's what we hope to happen. So once again, out of the 50 states, only 10 states meet their testing requirements, while 5 states are near, and 35 other states don't meet their testing requirements. They're far below it. So there is something wrong. There's no national coordinated response. We have failed leadership, where basically the leadership is basically absent and the administration is absent on its own. The head of the coronavirus task force has a history of mishandling pandemics and outbreaks, if you look at his record. So pretty much we're in this for the long haul. That's why I encourage everybody to stock up on hand sanitizer, toilet tissue, paper towel, detergent, alcohol. Alcohol is a scarcity in the store. No, I live in New York, so it's a scarcity. Hello, there's a scarcity. There's a whole bunch of things going on with COVID. And educate yourself on COVID. Subscribe to the New York Times COVID map, the Washington Post COVID map, or go on the Johns Hopkins website. Learn about COVID, because it's not just only a health scare, it's an economic crisis, because we have over 31 million Americans unemployed. So here's the statistics. 6 million cases, over 180,000 people dead, no economic relief, a tanking economy, and absent leadership. So that's where our country is. So this election determines whether we keep this leadership or we vote in new leadership that acknowledge science, that will get us to a path of bringing our infection rates down, the number of cases down, and hopefully to go outside again, but following the science metrics. So let's take that all in consideration. But until then, you have a good night, and I see you at my regular time tomorrow with my political analysis. Have a good night.